Hello and welcome to day 4, the official speed run to get from point A to point B, the route and mistakes or anything that we've missed along the way. But this is the first time that I'm joined by Ben, who you may have heard on certain things. I am just going to take a second to just switch off my link to Facebook for a second, but hopefully I haven't lost Ben. Ben, are you still there? And say hello.
Yes, I'm still here, Pete. Hello, everybody. I'm Ben. I'm Pete's friend, and he's just joining us along for the ride. I hope people can hear me.
Well, at this minute in time, I have absolutely no idea. But it should come to fruition, and we actually, to be honest, this is probably going to work. I'm gonna say that now. So the good news is, I love that it did this, but this is just a little tidbit for us. Ben, when I switched this recording on, it decided to change the microphone back to being silent again. So if I hadn't noticed, I would have been mute again. And I would have had to have done another past Ben experience. But I noticed it this time, so there we go. Anyway, that's a joke for the future, for future videos, because it hasn't happened yet to the people watching this. Anyway, so day 4, we leave the barn on day 4, and we go down this path. We go down this path here, turn left onto this road again, and go back through. Go back through the same field that we went through originally to get here, which takes us back to Shippers Sea Bay. We then walk along that path all the way down, and yes, all the way down, and keep going along here and down into this part of the woods here. There is a path that goes into the tree line. It isn't certain, unfortunately, whether or not this tree line actually does go to the path that ends up here. I'm not going to take the assumption that it does, but if it does, we do have an alternate route. We can climb, if that path decides not to exist, we can climb over the train tracks, or under the train tracks, should I say, because there's a tunnel that leads out onto the main road, and there is a path on the main road that we can follow for about 500 meters. And when we get to the top of this main road, it takes us to a location called the Howden Household Waste Recycling Centre. Try and say that 3 times fast.
Well, I'm not going to attempt it.
Okay, Howden House Waste Recycling Centre. It's easy. Anyway, we go down past here, and this leads to another tunnel that goes back onto the other side of the train tracks that leads to another path. And then we follow that path straight down to the first site of the day. And the first site of the day is an old water recycling area that has a lot of tourists that visit it for some reason. I'm not even sure what to call this, actually. I still have no idea what to call it, but I'm going to call it the
How about the waterworks that people go and see?
And they're orange. The orange waterworks that people go and see. There we go. But anyway, we can have a look at that. And then we follow this path, because it's a nice path and it does actually go in the right direction. And we can keep following this path. And we follow this back onto the hillside here. And we continue to follow this for quite a journey. Is that right? Yes, it is, because it goes along here, and it goes down this little chasm here, it goes past the Limekeen Gill, and this is where we found a place called the Dean's Mouth, which is not a bread and breakfast. And then we go along, and we found this out. So the Dean's Mouth is not a bed and breakfast. It's a bed house. That has a shack that you can get a key to on a beach. It doesn't sound very pleasant, does
Oh,
it?
hang on. Oh yeah, because there are the beach huts. You mean?
Yeah.
Oh
So
yeah,
down.
no, yeah. I mean, we have those around my area in Scarborough. You know, like they have like plenty of beach huts areas. Actually, in Bridlington has them too. Come to think of it.
And then back up onto this path here that takes us onto the headland. And again, this is another path that we can follow that takes us on quite a nice route through the headlands. And we can keep following this path, and I think this is the bit where I got a bit confused. It's not, never mind, because we'll follow it along here, down this bit here, and back onto the same bit of headland, and continue along the path, which takes us to the Black Hole Rocks beach, but we don't actually go down onto it. We just keep following the headland on, doesn't matter which path this is, but if it was this path through here, it would be fine because it goes along the headland, and that keeps, just zoom in, yep, and that headland keeps on going, and then it stops. Now this does involve some backtracking because there is a path that goes down, but unfortunately it goes into a ravine that we can't get out of. So I'm going to say that we walk, or is this the bit where we cross over? You can do this one of two ways. We can either go along there, the long way round, and backtrack up here, or we cut across the field and then go straight down into the next field there. So that's just something to knowledge to know. Then straight down, or go the pleasant route back behind some trees again, and get back to the main road here, where we then take another path onto the caravan site, but we don't actually have to go through the caravan site because the headland has a path that conveniently goes around it and down another path that leads to a little road that now means that we are walking through a caravan site. But there's a nice path that the caravan site put there for the people who live there, which is really nice, and it's a nice little touch. Then we get to a beach. Do we go on to the beach yet? Or is this not right? Have I gone? No, we don't go on the beach quite yet. We can actually, can we go on the beach? There's a good question. Yes, we can go on the beach. Aha! So if the tide's out, we can go on to the beach from here and walk along the beach. And then we can walk up the sand dunes of the beach up onto the sand dunes. The top of the sand dunes is connected to a golf course, but the top of the sand dunes and the beach don't get touched by the sea when it comes in, because the golf course doesn't get touched by the sea when it comes in. So
I
we can
think
walk.
what Pete meant to say is don't go when the tide's in, otherwise you will drown.
Yeah, yes, but we'll be walking on the
Well,
sand dunes there, Ben. So we'll be fine.
if the tide's out, mind, we need to keep in mind, everyone, that we'll need to have a checkup on tide times as well. If we don't, then we could be in a precarious position.
Yes, very precarious. So we're walking along this beach, and we keep walking along this beach for a very long time. Now I'm just going to make sure I've got this right. Do we keep going down the... Yes, keep going down the beach. And we walk through the Spoyon. I've got to get this right. The Spoyon Cop Cemetery.
Say what now?
Yeah, I know. It's a bit of a tongue twister. And then we follow this lane here. So after going through there, we follow this lane all the way along until we get down to this shortcut here that goes to the Docks Nicole starts marker. Then we go around here and onto, this should be Claydon, it is, good. And we're on Claydon Road, and we stay on this road, sorry, the Cleveland Road, sorry. And we'll stay on this road, and that road then peels off to the side. That's not right. No, that's not right. Where am I going? Oh, wait, hang on a minute. Where am I going? No, I am right. I'm right. Sorry. I got confused. Yes, continue on the Cleveland Road all the way, because it has a path. If anyone says it hasn't got a path, it has. Hartlepool Council, you have
Yeah,
got
yeah.
a path on that road. I'm not going to take that for an answer. Anyway, so you walk down Cleveland Road, and we come. No, we still go on. Keep going. Yeah, we keep going down and down and down, down and down and down. We turn, and then we get to the end of day 4. We will get to a travel lodge, and that is the end. That is the end there of. That's it there. So this is the end. The end conjunction.
My only friend.
Yes, thank you for that, Ben. But we
Yeah.
have this.
Well,
This
I
is
wasn't saying much anyway, so I might as well make my mark now. Whilst I
okay.
still can.
Well, you still can. Okay, fair enough. But here we are at the end of day 4. And the next video that you guys will see is episode 5.
Which, by the way, I do have a lot more speaking roles in, by the way. So this is just my first time going, but I'm letting Kia do his thing because I'm slowly, because I can't actually see what's he got on screen, but I'm sure everything's more clearer to you than it is to me. But don't worry, you'll hear me more from the next video.
Anyway, so this has been me. So I'm gonna say the adios goodbye stuff in a second, which is now. So Ben, if you want to say goodbye, and then I'll.
Yes, so it's an adios from me.
And the peer reviews slogan normally goes off, so I'll say it again. It's adios and goodbye. End of day